Shut up and sit down.
So are you satisfied with your dating life?
Not really. No.
I'm pretty content, I'd say.
I don't really have a dating life, so I guess kind of want to work on that.
Could be better. Could be better. I need to choose better people.
I'm like not necessarily a relationship person. I think it's a lot more work, and especially where we are, I could never trust a single guy there. Like every guy is such a slut.
Why? What's wrong with the guys?
They are all
Such
sluts.
hookup culture.
Like
the hookup culture is crazy.
If I dated a guy this year, I would like be crying every night. Cause like, what are they doing?
There's been times, at least what I experience, at least in New York, people are weird and they like obviously are looking for something that they think they deserve. People are very privileged, feel very privileged here, and at least for me, I'm not the one.
They keep getting like fucked over, like I guess, and they get tired of like reopening themselves, and so they just give up and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun. Which is, I understand for like a certain amount of time, and then you settle back in. But they just extend it and becomes like a normal thing, and people just lose connections. Like it's fun to make connections with people.
So do you believe you could ever find the right guy for you at this time and this moment in your life?
I mean, like, if it's never impossible. Like, I never look to date anyone. Like, it just normally comes to me, you know.
What do you guys think you could do to improve your dating lives?
Well, for me, the issue kind of that has happened like past relationships is communication. So I guess more open communication and, you know, listening to each other, stuff like that.
What we tend to experience in life is what I guess on the inside we're projecting. So the whole like attracts like, law of attraction and all that great stuff. That's essentially what takes place, especially in the dating world. So if you're not taking care of yourself and having more self-love for yourself and like learning what you like to do on your own, you have to learn how to be in solitude first before you even look for somebody else, because you might not be ready.
Be more in person and less. I think social media and like Snapchat is such like a driving factor and like you up right now, like WID, like I don't know, just be real, be in person. Promote coffee dates, promote like I don't know, just being in person, going to see the sunset, like being real.
Dates are like not a thing anymore.
I don't think I've been on a dating 2023.
This year, I don't think I've been on a single like actual date. Like every guy I've like had anything with this year literally met at a party drunk. So that's like, damn, this is making me realize a lot.
To go where there's like a lot more people to meet.
You think New York is too small?
No, I think it's really big. But it's kind of hard to find people, you know, your age.
I get what you're saying, because it's so many people, like you can't have clicks, just everyone's just out, you know?
You shouldn't rush anything. Never. Everything has a point in time for it, divine timing. I'm a firm believer in that, and that everything happens for a reason. Never rush anything. Always take things at like a very slow pace.
Do you ever, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but do you ever consider like you might be at fault, not the other person?
That's the first thing that comes to my mind when like problems are starting to happen. But then you get cheated on, and then you get let on, and then it's like repetitive cycles happen. So it's like, but I think it's just me. I have a terrible type. Like, but I obviously like try to like look into like, am I the problem?
Right. Before like it's like, all right, you know what, this guy's kind of an asshole. Like,
pero sí.
Why don't you think you have a dating life?
You know, just never been in a relationship. So yeah.
Have you been in one? Or are you in one?
I've been in relationships and like stuff in between, I guess, before.
How do they all go?
So far, not horribly, I'd say.
Okay, well, that doesn't sound like they were great. They're just like, they're not like absolutely awful.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you want more long-term stuff, then you're probably not gonna have that good of a dating life, since everything I feel like kind of moves fast. And a lot of people aren't really looking for relationships, especially like younger people, you know.
Do you guys say dating is just hard?
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it frequently is. Tends to be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, I think that just like now too, like everything's on social media, so like relationships are more social media based than like in person too.
Why do you think dating is so hard nowadays?
I feel like different priorities.
Yeah, and like people are different phases of their lives, and also I don't know, people want different things, and you don't want to come across too like hard on your sleeve in case you get offended. But then again, that makes you hide stuff, and then it's just like no communication.
Right.
I think it's also hard when you're young because you're trying to prioritize your career and your job and like these new things. So like people are always leaving and they're always moving and and they may not have time, and
Yeah.
so yeah, differing priorities, I think.
Communication is, I feel like, the worst thing, especially like with my age. A lot of guys are more immature.
Yeah.
So it's harder to like get them to understand things in a way.
Right. And I guess be upfront.
Yeah, be upfront with them too.
What are some qualities you look for in a guy you want to have a relationship with?
You have to be truthful. I'm very like, it's hard for me to lie, so I can't have you lie either. We both have to have like this sense of communication, great communication, and like trustworthiness, truthfulness.
Humor.
Humor.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
He doesn't talk about himself all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I actually ask questions. That's a good one.
right. So a guy, it's all about you, but he's making it funny.
You have to be funny. I think comedy is like, that cures a lot of things. Like happiness and laughter is like, I think the world needs more of that, and especially if you could have like a certain special someone that you could always go to if you ever feel down or anything like that could like help you immediately perk up. That's just awesome to me. I love that idea.
It's also like your own mood though, right? Like sometimes the guy can be great and you're just like,
Sometimes
no,
it's
like
just
not
a girls'
tonight.
night.
Yeah.
Right. So you're saying when you have girls' night, there's no room for guys?
Depends on the girls' night.
Yeah, depends on which girls you're out with.
Traditionally, yeah.
You're saying the state of society with dating, it's kind of a shit show right now?
Oh, totally.
Especially in America. I feel like in Europe, like, it's better.
Oh, I completely agree.
She was just in Europe, so.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference between Americans in dating and Europeans in dating?
European boys are a lot nicer to you. They'll pay for your taxi ride, they'll pay for dinner. They like, I don't know, they respect you more than American boys.
Yeah.
I think the hookup culture here is especially really bad.
Like here, they'll occasionally walk you home.
Yeah, and that's if they're being nice. I just think the bar is so low here.